Imagine a world where Ripple's XRP, often the underdog in the crypto arena, suddenly takes center stage with the launch of a spot ETF. But here's where it gets controversial. While the XRP army is buzzing with excitement, ChatGPT warns of a potential sell-the news event that could dampen the party. Could this be the moment XRP finally shines, or is it just another hype cycle? Let's dive in. Since the SEC's leadership shift earlier this year, the anticipation for a spot XRP ETF has skyrocketed. Experts and Polymarket odds are nearly unanimous. It's almost a done deal. Yet, the regulator hasn't given the green light, and the government shutdown persists. Despite this, the XRP community is pinning its hopes on Canary Capital, which recently removed a delaying amendment from its filing. This move could pave the way for a November 13 launch, mirroring strategies used by other ETF issuers. But will it live up to the hype? And this is the part most people miss. Even if the ETF launches, the market's reaction might not be as straightforward as investors hope. ChatGPT predicts a familiar pattern, an initial price surge followed by a choppy sell-the news phase. However, it believes the ETF could eventually trigger a flows-driven rally, propelling XRP to new heights. In its most optimistic scenario, XRP could soar past $7.50, reaching up to $10 within a year, but only if the crypto market remains bullish and institutional investors pour in billions. In the shorter term, ChatGPT suggests XRP could peak around $5.50 within 6 months if Altseason aligns with strong ETF inflows. Yet, its near-term forecast is more cautious, with XRP likely trading between $2.70 and $3.40 once the initial excitement fades. Here's the bold question: is the market ready for such a surge, or are we setting ourselves up for disappointment? On the flip side, ChatGPT outlines bearish scenarios that could derail XRP's ascent. If macroeconomic conditions tighten, investor flows dry up, or regulatory headlines turn sour, XRP could plummet to $1.50 to $2 in 6 months. Worse, if recession fears materialize, the token might sink further to $1.20 in the next year. This raises a critical debate. Are we underestimating the risks, or is the bearish outlook overly pessimistic? Beyond price predictions, several factors could influence XRP's trajectory post-ETF launch. Regulatory developments, listing logistics, macroeconomic liquidity, and market rotation, especially BTC and ETH dominance, will all play a role. But here's the real question: with so many variables at play, can XRP truly break free from its underdog status? What's your take? Do you think the spot XRP ETF will catapult XRP to new highs, or is the market in for a rude awakening? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's spark a discussion.